Thank you very much to our program. And please can we give her one more time a round of applause? Thank you so much. It is often said that you need to start with the why. Leaders never start with what needs to be done. Leaders start with why we need to do things. And that's exactly what she has done today. She has shared the vision, but right now, what we'll do is we'll get right into the strategy. And so that's why we're going to the next segment for today. The next session is a business track. We get to talk about cybersecurity as a strategy beyond technology to build business resilience, growth, and sustainable performance. And there's no better person to lead this conversation than the man who builds excellent solutions from the ground up. And today he stands as one of Africa's leading digital security consulting firm. He didn't just build a cybersecurity company, he built a strategy. And he has partnered with several companies, just like Kaspersky, is the man behind this summit, and the man who believes with everything in him that cybersecurity is not just a cost, it is a business competitive advantage. So please, with all of our attention, can we face the screen for his bio? Thank you very much.
Visionaries don't just respond to change, they shape the future. Our speaker today is one of those visionaries, a techpreneur, an author, a speaker. With over 20 years of experience in cybersecurity, digital transformation, enterprise systems, technology consulting, and business strategy, he has helped organizations across industries strengthen cyber resilience, accelerate innovation, and turn technology into a competitive advantage. As the founder and lead consultant of Exaon Solutions Limited, he is passionate about helping organizations stay ahead of evolving cyber threats, embrace digital transformation, and build secure, resilient businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming Shergun Arkande.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep the applause sustained as we have the Chief Executive Officer of Exaon Solutions Limited and the host of CyberX Summit come up on stage, Shergun Arkande. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. Okay. Yeah, please raise up your hand if you have invested in cybersecurity technology before, in one way or the other. Raise up your hand. Okay. Almost everybody have invested in cybersecurity. Okay. Another question. Please, again, raise up your hand if you want to move from where you are to a greater assurance and something that will not make your board having so much value. Raise up your hand and say yes. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. So today we're going to be talking about cybersecurity as a strategy, and then we know that it's something beyond technology because we see cybersecurity itself as a technology. So into what we call business resilience, growth, and sustainable performance. So how we're going to get that, we're going to be showing you in a short time. So today, cybersecurity sits at the center of your business strategy, your technology, and your business itself. Your business operation and everything. Cybersecurity should sit at the center. So it should be something that connects all of them together. So it's no longer an IT problem. It should be something that you should focus on when it comes to business risk and some other things. So, cost of not getting it right. What is the cost of not getting it right? What is the cost of not getting your cybersecurity right? You know, we can be talking about financial. You lose money through ransom attack. A situation whereby they use a ransomware to attack your organization and they are demanding for payments. And usually they demand for such payments in crypto. And you know what it means? Once it's in crypto, they cannot be traced. So these people cannot be arrested. Like Charlotte said, they now have offices. They have different departments. That's the truth. I'm going to be telling us about some of the popular attacks in a short while. And then you'll see the reason why it should be a business strategy, not an IT problem. Not something that should sit with technology people. Also, it's the operation. You know, there are some operational pains that comes with it. Downtime. It can be frustrating. When suddenly you have, maybe you have a platform that is a product as a service, or you have some of your services being transformed with technology and you are selling those services online, and there is a downtime. So, and in that situation, when there is a downtime, you can be sure that you are losing money. In the case of M&S, they lost over £300 million, just like Charles mentioned. So, and for some people who depend so much on online to buy a lot of things in a place like UK, it was a serious one, because around that time, a lot of retail companies were attacked. And one of the things that happen when such things happen is that they tend to attack similar organizations, because they know that those organizations, they learn from each other to build their system. And you will agree with me, I used to work in a bank, you will agree with me that your organization, even though they have a competitor, they have a way of engaging their competitor to learn about one or two things that they are doing, and they decide to replicate the same thing. So the truth about it is that if you are a bank and you have been successfully attacked, they will try the same methodology, the same strategy, they will try it on another bank, so that they can be able to exploit one or two things. Another thing is leadership pain. You know, the leadership go through prayer around that time, because their investment is going down the drain. So it is important that we find a way to eliminate some of this pain and keep our leaders in a good form, in a way that they will be able to sleep at night. They are not thinking about, I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. And we'll be telling you how in a short while. Another one is customer, the loss of trust. We are all in business because of customer. Do you agree with that? So if we are all in the business because of customer, why do we want to jeopardize our customer trust? Why do we want to do something that will make customer to be losing trust in us? So it is important we start thinking about how to build more trust, how to ensure that customer is able to trust us. And another one is compliance. You know, there is GDPR, there is NDPR, there is a lot of compliance in this. In the UK, you see what we call cyber essential, where a situation whereby smaller organizations are even are expected to be certified, either cyber essential or cyber essential plus. When it is cyber essential, they expect you to show them some of the controls that you have put in place. There are 5 basic controls they want you to put in place. Maybe the firewalls, the user access control, protection against malware, ransomware, and so on. And some other one, maybe trying to check and be sure that you are securely configured. You know, a lot of devices today are not well configured, and that's the reason why cyber attack become easier. So you want to be sure that you have configured your devices very well. You know, recently we went through the cyber essential ourselves in the UK, because we have an operational office in the UK. And we look at the way these things have been done, and then we can see that a lot of control are being put in place to ensure people are cyber resilient. And very soon we become a certifying body. And at that time, we're going to learn more and see how we can help people, both in Nigeria and the UK, with some of those learning that we are able to get. Also is the employee. So the employee, even have peace of mind. The employee will even be happy. There will not be pressure on the employee when there is enough protection and it's done as a strategy. So where do we need it? And where do we want to be? One of the places we want to be is we want to be in a place where we are being trusted. Everybody trusts us. Everybody trusts us. Customer especially. And when I say everybody, I mean stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? The customer, the employee, and the investor in the business. So we want to be sure that they are able to trust us. And then we are able to grow. That's one of the things we want to ensure. We want to see that you are able to grow. And what does that mean? It means more businesses. Because nobody will patronize you when they see that your competitor are more trustworthy. Like I said, M&S lost $300 million in terms of profit. That's the sales they will have made. The whole of England was shook because of that incident. Because a lot of people depend on that platform to make some order. Imagine you are a family living in London and you have a family event and you have planned that, okay, maybe 2 days to the event, because like same-day delivery, maybe 2 days to the event, I'm going to order my product on M&S. And suddenly, you see that M&S digital platform is shut down. Then it has scattered your mind. So it is important that you educate your team. It is very, very important. It's something that you should not joke about at all. So another one, let's go. Another one is Cisco. You know, Cisco attack is very interesting to me for reason being that they are cybersecurity OEM. In 2022, they had a major attack, and that attack came through a Gmail account of one of the employees. And at the end of the day, they were able to obtain all their customer information. So if you are using Cisco in your office, so you can be sure that some of your information are with them. Some of us are using, even for us, we are using Cisco. So, and in 2024, they were attacked twice. And again in 2026. And that's one thing about cyber attack. So once they know that they were successful the first time, they will try again. But you know the funniest part of it, the 2026 attack was not expected. But because it was through a voice, it was through a voice call. They called somebody. They called one of the employees of a partner, of their partner. And that one unknowingly give out access to a system that it shouldn't give access to. And that was how the attack happened. So let's move. Also, we have the Mac and Spencer. We have overflowed it. It's very interesting that they lost 300 million estimated operating profits. It's profit to not sales. We're not talking about sales. They lost 300 million that's supposed to come as a profit. You can imagine that. That is enough to build a big business in Africa. How many people agree with me that 300 million is enough to build a big business in Africa? Do you agree with me? So let's move to the next one. Now, the next one is Coop. Coop is also a retail store in UK. They were also attacked. We are not able to give so much Nigeria example because some of the people that were attacked in Nigeria are not published. Or if I ask you, have you been attacked before? Can you raise up your hand if you have been attacked before? Oh, some people are very, very open. And I like that transparency. It helps us to learn from each other. There is nothing to shy away from. If you have not been attacked, it's a matter of time. But the truth about it is that just access, protect, then respond, recover, learn, improve. So once you are able to do that, then you are good enough. So please, don't shy away from it. If you have been attacked, contact your colleague. Let them educate you. Rub minds together because it might be the victim the following day. Then what is more important? What are we saying? Even if you are attacked, how you are able to respond and mitigate and recover fast is what we are talking about. Fast in the speed of light, such that you are not put in the dark for too long. And that's why we encourage some organizations who their security team is not buoyant enough. So come on NDR, so that you are sure that top global experts are behind your cybersecurity operation. You are sure of that. We want you to come on NDR. There is no point when you know that your security team, they are not robust enough in terms of knowledge. So stay with EDR when you can move to NDR. You know cybersecurity is evolving. Before it's protection, but now it's EDR. So, and then the last one, if I'm mistaken, change healthcare. It doesn't matter in the US. It doesn't matter the industry you are. The truth about it is, you need to prepare. It doesn't matter your size. Even healthcare can be attacked. Because one of the questions I ask myself, why will you attack healthcare? Healthcare organization that you are benefiting from. Because the same healthcare, those criminals will go there when they are challenging their health. Why will you attack? Why will you attack non-governmental? Why will you attack a charity organization? Why will you attack them? But the truth about it, nobody